Okay, today is a 2008 Buick Enclave, working on the rear control arms, lateral links, replacing them. This is what it looks like. It's kind of a dog leg looking thing with bushings on either end. This is the inboard bushing. This is what goes bad. Wears in there and clunks and affects alignment and sometimes feels a little loose in the rear end. Well, these are hard to get out because they seize in here. This bolt that goes through here seizes in there so tightly you cannot get the bolt out. You need to get the bolt out in order to replace the arm. This is one I did already up here. This is the bolt with the eccentric washers on it, goes through the arm, and the arm mounts in the car like that. So usually you can get these nuts loose and you can still turn it to do alignment or so forth, but if you need to replace the arm, you have to get that bolt to come out, and it will not come out. It's seized in there to the bushing, especially in Minnesota where they use more salt on the road than McDonald's does on their fries. So the only way that I've ever found to get it out is to torch it apart with the acetylene torch. And what I do is I cut the arm like that, and these rubber seals on the end are going to burn off when you do that, when you torch that, but oh well. And then you're left with there's another little sleeve over this, and then you got this left. And this is the part that the bolt actually goes through. Here is the eccentric bolt, and that goes through there, the bushing, and that's where it's seized, is the bushing right here is seized to this bolt really badly. So once you torch the arm out of there and get down to this part, then you can heat this up red hot or more, orange hot, and put a vice grip on there, and then you can work this bolt back and forth, and you can walk it out of there. But I haven't found any other way to ever do it than the acetylene torch right over there. Most mechanics get pretty good with the acetylene torch, especially working in the rust belt, because you need to cut a lot of things apart. It's up in here. This is one removed now, so you have to be a little careful with the torch, because this is the analog brake sensor wire, so I usually drape that out of the way. And then up in here there is a brake line and the body of the car, which, you know, the interior and stuff is all in there. So I take a cut apart old cookie sheet as a heat shield, and I lay it up in here when I'm doing all this, so that I don't start anything on fire that I don't want to start on fire, because that kind of pisses the customer off if you burn his car apart. I usually keep the fire extinguisher real handy, which is a good idea, and that's the only way I've ever found to effectively do this job in any reasonable amount of time. Only takes me about half hour to do it. If you were to sit there and cut with a Dremel tool or whatever you're going to do, you know, or nibble away at it with something like that, that's going to take you all day. So that's what I do. Works for me. Good luck.